Hello, today is May 5, 2018. So over our calls, we had a MEJT target of 2621.95 that printed. We looked for a pattern with an early low and a late high. That's what happened. We said the commonest thing would be to have a gap and the prompt move outside the day's range. They don't have to be in the same direction. That one came close. Usually when I say prompt, I mean without this little business going on here, but I would, as my teachers used to say, you'll get some credit. Anyway, MEJT says this whole rally is not the real thing. It gives us a bunch of lower targets. It's not good when you rally all day long and you can't close over the middle of the day high. The signal's invalidated if you gap and promptly go over it. MEJT says this whole rally from here is a false move. Of course, the signal's given back over here. At that point, it's a target. It isn't a trade. If you know you're going to retrace to this line and you're right over here, the information doesn't help you. But when you're way up here and you have a high confidence that's going to work, then you can start thinking about trades. We did get a buy signal here. That's been satisfied. Optionally, we're going to see 26.58.37 by Monday's close. And if we don't, we'll forget it. But ultimately, 26.58.12 should print. We usually get more than that. I get about 150 ultimate targets a year. Usually one misses on average about every 2 years or so. Doesn't mean it has to print Monday, but high likelihood that's going to print. So we have much lower targets. This one should print by early Tuesday. As usual, if we gap and promptly trade over this high, if we gap over this high, probably trade over it, these might be out of reach. So what's the chance we have resistance here? Well, this is the general idea. Here's your top. You forget the island reversal, you draw a trend line, you get some pretty big hits. One of them we're at right now. Here's what we're calling an ABC. You'll recall that A is 23.6% of C. They're related. You take the middle of the middle swing. Here's your 1x1 Gann fan line. You get that being a hit right over here. You then take your Fibonacci grid from the middle of the middle swing to Friday's close, and you can see that we're just playing Fibonacci ping pong. You can see we have some pretty good hits. Now what's interesting about this whole thing is if you take, let's make a parallel. If you measure from down here, the middle of the middle swing, you get Friday's high. But if instead you take the same distance and you measure from the top of the middle swing, there's the all-time high. Can't get much better than that. So there's a relationship between this length and this length here. So we have pretty strong resistance over here. Now the alternative count is to say that's 1, that's 2, that's 3, and this is a 4th wave and we're going to all-time highs. I don't agree with it because this isn't a 5-wave structure. But let's pretend I'm wrong. What if that's a triangle? Well, if that's a triangle, these should all be 3s. There are many different ways to count this. Here was the count I had. I think you can't really count this as a 3-wave structure. you start to do ABC, I think you're really trying to force the count. If you force the count, it's probably wrong. I mean, that's a 5, that's a 5. These aren't 3s to me. Now, that's not the only count. There are other counts. Here's one I came up with on Friday, and you connect these and you'll see the resistance we have. Whether that's the right count or the wrong count, again, when you have a consolidation like this, any number of things work and look pretty retrospectively. But the way I'm counting it, here's 1, A and B I think are done. We're in C. This could all be ABC of A. You don't know, but I don't think so. We've shown the resistance. We have lower targets. We are stopping right at this TDST line that stalled us in the past. The interpretation is this is a consolidation and the harbinger of much lower prices to come. We should get much lower prices Monday and certainly by early Tuesday if this works. Gapping up kills it. And if we drop from here, it's one of the reasonable places where the big drop I'm expecting could start from. Not the only one, but it's a reasonable one. Look out below, and that's today's call.